joke in there somewhere too.
Oh, come on. Hey, that was weeks ago.
I'm just setting you up, man.
There we go.
Setting you up.
See, parked in the parking lot, talking trash to Jon Jones. See, parked. See, you guys don't give me credit. I'm not as crazy as I seem.
How do you see that main event going down?
First of all, will he fight?
Will he fight is the real question. Thank you, sir.
48 hours.
I have to answer his question first, and then I'll get right back to you, sir.
In 2 minutes or
1 minute. He may fight. Only if he has a pep talk from someone, I mean somebody good. I'm talking like he might need to read Paulo Coelho. Somebody good. A good book, a pep talk, get some, because he's like a cowardly lion. Okay? If he makes it to the fight, I'm sure he'll start doing his typical range game and I can't touch this down. You know what I mean? He does that game. And but see, the problem is Alex is too long for that can't touch this game. Put hot hands all over his forehead. He didn't know what to do. Now, if I was Glover and I saw that fight, went back, replayed it, figured out how to get inside of him, put my hands on him, that's what I would do. It's hard to say what tactics he will use and what Jon will use and how it will come together. So I really can't say how I think it's going to go down. Both those guys have good coaches. Both those guys train hard. So it's hard to say exactly how they want to come about it. But listen, now we're just talking crazy talk, okay? But we both know Jon Jones won't take a fight against me because he's chicken. Okay?
I can't hear.
Let's just say Jon Jones did, okay? Better yet, let's do it like this. Let's say we were playing UFC Undisputed 3, okay? Because that's the only way it would happen. What I would do is I would come charge right across the cage, punch Jon Jones in the face, take him down, beat him up, rip one of his arms off. Like Ronda Rousey, exactly. In fact, I would train with Ronda to get her technique down. She has a good arm. It's pretty nasty. Pound for pound scale. I mean, do you measure it on a man scale or a chicken scale? Pound for pound on a fighter's scale. No, I don't. Well, actually, I do. Because I will tell you this. Thus far, he's been excellent inside the octagon. But I will also say this. He's also fought two guys that weren't even light heavyweights. I mean, I really don't. It's laughable at best. The fights that he's had against actual light heavyweights, he's been so-so. He's had some ups, he's had some downs. Against light heavyweights, two guys that weren't light heavyweights, you beat up. But I mean, really, what are we talking about? You beating up guys who aren't even #1 contender in the next weight class down? But the guy who beat me, that's funny. Let me tell you something about the guy who I beat that put hot hands all over his forehead. Okay? Hot hands, sir. His hands were hot. You understand? Alexander put this man, let me put my drink down. Alexander put this man in a full body cast. Okay? Alright, Alex beat this boy so bad, I didn't know what was going on. I thought he was going to quit. He should have. Because he don't want to see what I'm going to do to him. Okay? Yeah, he beat Rashad. That's fine. You know what? I started fighting in 2008, May 2008. As soon as I graduated, took off my tassels, I walked straight to the gym from Bryce Jordan Center, and I started training for MMA. He had already been in the UFC at that point in training. Listen, I'm brand new at this. I've said that several times before. I'm constantly evolving, constantly learning. I'm a student of the game. The fact that I was fighting the #1 contender a few short years after that, that's just, I mean, that to me seems like an accomplishment in itself. There's guys who don't get to those fights. I got there still being a novice in my mind. So the fact that I lost to Rashad Evans, I chalked that up to the game. He had way more experience than I did. He's a great fighter, former champion, and he still did not beat the brakes off. He beat me down. He beat me up. I didn't get close to beating him. but he still didn't beat me, knock me out. And he didn't, I really didn't get like beat up. I was just defeated. So this guy on the other hand, train with him, you know, anytime you train with a guy, you know the inside scoop, you know what I'm saying? And that always makes things interesting. So long story short, now I've been doing this thing for a couple more years. I got time in the game. I will break him apart. And I say him, but I really mean Jon Jones, but I also mean Rashad Evans. You want me to say that again? Anybody need a soundbite? Anybody need a soundbite? I will break him apart. I'm talking about Jon Jones, but I also mean Rashad Evans.
Sorry to what are your thoughts on the back?
Son, how many times I gotta tell you? Stop bringing up Anthony Johnson. Oh. How about beat up Anthony Johnson?
No, I was just.
How do we get back on this? We're talking about Jon Jones right now.
Sorry to That sounds good about Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, we got one of those. Anthony Johnson's a cool guy, man. He's a nice guy. He's a tough fighter. Super strong. Been in the game. Fought some of the top names in welterweight. Moved up a couple weight classes. He has some fought the top names at light heavyweight, and I'm going to give him his first introduction to what a real light heavyweight does.
He has looked good at the weight outside the decision. Do you think that this is where he belongs? He's running his all right.
Honestly, I think this is my true honest opinion. I honestly think. I started calling Glover. Anthony Johnson. Oh, yeah. I really feel like he has a game that is better suited for heavyweight. But, you know, maybe he needs to fight me to realize that. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe I'm entirely wrong. Maybe he has a better light heavyweight game. Maybe he wants to move back down the middleweight. Maybe lightweight. I don't know.
He has a wrestling background. Of course, we all know he's a four-time All-American. Do you think that's going to be a key to just taking him down and stopping here? Do you choose behind which performance is fighting?
I don't. There's no part of my game that doesn't utilize takedowns. You know, everything is all passing. You know, crossover wrestling. You know, it's one of those things that connects everything together. If I throw a big right hand and we end up colliding, which you know is typical. You hit somebody with a big right hand or a big left hand, a big hook, you miss a punch, you end up wrestling whether you want to or not. He throws a punch, I slip it, we end up wrestling. You know, it's just one of those things that happen. If you know how to maneuver yourself to those in-between positions, then it looks like you're the better fighter.